Kendall James Hocker IV. I retired as a machinist mate first class, surface warfare. I reported to the George Washington after I left the USS Bainbridge. She was a fine ship. She had a smart crew. An outstanding vessel. And I was very, very close to ending my sea time. But I didn't have time in the Navy to go to be transferred to a shore duty. So they sent me to the George Washington. And I met with the detailer there, and he said if I re-enlisted, I'd be off there in under 90 days. So I re-enlisted and went to shore duty. I went to the Shore Intermediate Maintenance Activity in Norfolk. There I was part of the planning and estimating. I would go on board different vessels that had put in the paperwork saying they had a problem that needed to be fixed. And I would look at what they had, see what they felt the problem was, and then I would go back to my office, pull whatever drawings I needed, pull whatever tech manuals I needed, and I would sit down and write a step-by-step procedure to correct the problem. I would order all the materials and parts, and I would schedule the man hours for it. And then I'd send that up to be approved by my chain of command. There was two things that come to mind. One was a hull valve on a Pacific class ship. I forgot which ships it was, but there were 4 of them in the class. The government originally bought 8 valves, and all 8 had been used, and they were leaking again. And I contacted an Arizona company and got a quote for 1 valve, which was something like $60,000. But if we had 8 made, the price was like $20,000 a piece. And the other one was a interface area where one company makes this and another company makes this, but nobody makes what's between them. And I came up with a procedure for that. I retired. That was one of my most scary times in life, because I was looking at, I didn't know where to go and who I was going to be reporting to. But what I'd been through in the Navy trained me for what I went on to do in future life. My life after the Navy? Well, I did something a little different. I got out and became an officer. I went and got my Coast Guard Merchant Marine Engineer's license and worked in the offshore oil industry on the various drilling platforms.